Welcome friends. Have you ever wondered why we have this problem of having 13 months or 11 months in the Hindi calendar? It never happens that we have 2 Julys this year, or it never happens that we have 2 Januaries this year, or we don't have January this month and the calendar will be of 11 months. But it happens in the lunar calendar. Similarly, it also happens for days, because most of our festivals are celebrated as per Hindi calendar, the lunar calendar, and there, just like Janmashtami this year, we had a confusion whether we'll celebrate it on 6th or on 7th. So that will be the topic of the day, that why the days and months repeat or vanish from the calendar. I'll start with day or tithi, just to introduce or just to tell in the beginning, the day or the tithi, it never vanishes, it never repeats. Tithi is neither adhik nor ksha. That concept does not exist. In the calendar, we do see it as being repeated or missing at times. This happens because in the English calendar that we have, when tithi is written, it is written of what is existing at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. So if a day or a date is starting at 5:31 and finishing at say 5:29 the next day, the calendar will have it missing, because the 5:30 this day and the 5:30 next day, that date was not there, and that is the exact moment when this is captured. That is when we see a day missing. Similarly, if the day was starting or a tithi was starting at say 5:27, 26, 29 and finishing next day at 5:31, 32, 33 or 6 or any time like that, then the day will appear to be appearing twice. It only appears to be so. It is not like that. For example, let us take the example of Janmashtami this year. Janmashtami is celebrated on Ashtami of Krishna Paksh of Bhadrapad month. Bhadrapad Maas ke Krishna Paksh ki Ashtami ko. Now, this date of Bhadrapad Maas Krishna Paksh Ashtami, it started on 6th of September at 15:37, that is 3:37 p.m. and it ended on 7th of September at 16:60, that is 4:16 p.m. Now, when do you think the calendar will show it? The calendar will show it on the 7th. Correct? Yeah. So, where will the confusion come? The confusion will come because some people would like to celebrate this festival keeping a fast and finishing it in the night at the time of birth of Lord Krishna. Now those people will keep that fast on 6th because the night of Purnima or the full moon night is on the night between 6th and 7th. It starts at 30, ends at 4:30 in the evening both days. So the night is the intermediate night. So anybody who keeps a fast will keep it on 6th. And there will be many people who would like to celebrate it the next day after Lord Krishna is believed to be born, then go to a temple and offer prayers and celebrate. For them, it would be on 7th. So that is where the confusion comes. However, the day never goes missing, the day never gets repeated. However, that is not the concept with months. With the months, it does get repeated and it does get deleted too. We call it Adhik Mas, Kshay Mas, Purushottam Mas. There are many names for it. So, let us say this year again, the month Shravan, it started on 4th of July. And how do we calculate a month? We calculate a month from Purnima to Purnima, a full moon to full moon. 4th of July was a Purnima, next Purnima came on 1st of August. Now, the Purnima has come, but we extend it further. So, what we do is, we double this or we make it an Adhik Mas. And the month of Shravan does not end at this Purnima, it goes for another 30 days till the next Purnima and ends on 31st of August. What do you understand by lunar month? Give me a guess, what do you understand by lunar month? Before understanding astrology, before studying astrology, I always believed that a lunar month is the period moon takes from its one position in the zodiac to complete a revolution of the earth and come back to the same position. That is what I always believe. I hope you believe the same. That period of completing one revolution around the earth is 27.3 days for the moon. However, we do not take it like that. What we take is, we take this as a relative position from the sun. So, one relative position from the sun, moon makes a complete revolution around the earth and then comes back to the same relative position with the sun. Which means, in this 27.32 days, when moon completes a revolution, sun has already moved ahead. Moon needs to cover that distance too. So, a lunar month is 29.5. Now, 12 lunar months, 29.5 into 12, that will come to 354 days. However, our solar calendar is 365.25 days. match those 11 days gap which happens. So that is why you'll see every festival, what date it came this year, next year it will come 11 days earlier. And in 2 to 3 days, we'll have 1 month extra left with us. That 1 month extra will be added as an Adhik Mas. And which month will be added as an Adhik Mas? There is a concept for that too. This is a system which has been existing for 2080 years now. Vikram Samvat 2080 we are living in. So there's a logic to it. Earth in astrology is surrounded by all these planets, especially the 9 planets. Sun is also considered a planet because we are not concerned about what is going around what, we are concerned about how those planets are affecting us. So Sun is affecting us from that position. So we see relative position from us to that place or that planet. Yeah. So Sun changes sign every month. You would have seen in horoscope, in zodiac horoscopes that you see in newspapers and magazines. From 23rd March to 22nd April, you'll see Aries. Sometimes you'll see 15th April to 14th May Aries. Those dates. So those are the dates by different calculations when Sun changes sign from one sign to another. But our lunar month is from Purnima to Purnima. So there would be some time in the year when during that Purnima period, Sun would not change its sign. For example, this happened for the month of Shravan this year. Hence, that was extended further to include another 30 days. So instead of starting from 4th July to 1st of August, we went to 31st of August because Sun had not changed its sign by that Purnima. And when would that come? When would Sun not change its sign? When Sun is at the farthest place from Earth. So farthest place from Earth will be July plus minus 2 months. So we'll say April to October. This happens when Sun is usually at the farthest place from Earth and the angular velocity is less. So it appears to move slow in angular distances, and it is possible that in a month it may not change sign, and that is what we extend every 2 to 3 years. Similarly, there are also instances when we reduce a month. Yeah, that is rare, but we do. We do it after every 19 years and then 141 years. Then 19 years and then 141 years. That is how we reduce a month. And which month will be reduced now in that sequence? So the month when Sun changes sign twice. And Sun will change twice when? When it is closest to the Earth. That is January plus minus 1 or 2 months. Now, my Indian friends would be wondering that why am I saying that Sun is closest to the Earth in January when we have winters here? And why am I saying that it is farthest from Earth in June, July, August when we have summers here? Because it sounds counterintuitive, right? But it is not like that. The reason for seasons is not the distance from Sun, that is a different reason. If that was the reason, then in southern hemisphere, the weather is exactly opposite. So when we have summers here, they have winters. The Earth remains the same, right? So that concept is different. However, please, I'm finishing this topic. Please let me know how you felt about it, and do like, it's my first video. So subscribe from you would be a big help, big support for me. Thank you.